Welcome back, YouTube, to another video. Well, I'm taking the time to see how bad the inside of the cylinder walls of Casper. Now, if I go over to this cheap Chinese, actually I'm not sure if it's even Chinese, if I go over to this Chinese, this cheap tool set, brand new by the way, according to my dad, which owns this truck and several others, it should be a 5/8. Now, I'm gonna make it easier on myself and just make it a very long extension, even though I don't really know if I really need to have the extra long extension, but it doesn't hurt because it makes life easier. Now, if I can get it on the, there we go. Oh yeah, and then that. Now, this as well is, I don't really know how to, I'm trying to remember what the name of it, the actual name of it is. Set that there for now. Lifting the hood with my elbows. An interesting way of doing it, but let's see here. I probably shouldn't. Wow, this engine bay has gotten significantly more dirty since the last time I opened this hood. Wow. I didn't know it was this dirty. I don't remember it being this dirty. But I'm gonna, oh yeah, I remember what this tool, it's a bore scope. Basically checks, well, it's for checking, if your cylinder walls and all that are, in good condition, or, well, let's just say, not so good condition, if they're scraped up. Also, don't mind the fact that I'm sitting on this. If the frame can withstand holding that engine, it can withstand holding me, because I'm lighter than that engine, even as it sits. Now, I'm going to try and not fall through that crack. I feel like I should cover that hole, but if I really have to, I might even have to, tear the engine apart. Anyways, let's see here. Actually, I don't even know. Well, can the... Ooh. The extra long extension is a little too long. I will be back with the slightly shorter extension. I'm back, and it's the slightly... Well, I say... Yeah, it's slightly shorter. Also, if you don't know why it's so dusty in this engine bay, even though the hood is closed, for one, there's the holes that the dust gets through. For two, I live on a gravel road. And for three, there was actually pretty recently a really bad wildfire that almost took away literally everything, well, almost everything that I've ever known and owned, including this truck. Can I do... First I need to get this stupid... It might actually be easy. Well, oh yeah, I'm golden on that. I'm totally not standing on the steering rack, or... Yeah, also that needs... I think the bushings need replaced on that too. Can I... how do I... Real question is, how do I get to that? Because for some reason, it's limited to that. Huh. I think let me get back out of here and look in the tool set again. A lot of looking in the tool set rather than getting any work. Oh, yeah, I'm not with it today apparently. And I will admit, this is a cheap, I'm assuming Chinese tool set. But I got it because it was cheap. And it was all blacked out and sure. Oh, plus it was a good deal for what it was. Meaning free shipping, so. Which honestly, if the tools break, they break, I guess. This is a very difficult process to do. You know what? I'll be right back when I swap this out. Be right back. Alright, I'm back, and just smacked my head on the roof of the, or not the roof, the hood. Oh yeah, this isn't technically, actually I don't remember the firing order off the top of my head. Probably the more I do this, the more I'll remember. But, holy moly, how long? Oh. Now let's not lose the spark plug. Are you gonna focus? Jeez, focus. The plug's not supposed to look like that. Holy focusing issue. Good focus. There we go. Yeah, it's not supposed to look like that. It's not supposed to be that black. That's a lot of, yeah, it's not good. It's a good thing I was planning on replacing said spark plugs. Probably with performance spark plugs. Okay, there's the hole. Let's see. Also, I don't know how much this is, but did I seriously get this? I don't know. By the way, this is my first time using the bore scope, or yeah, I can't talk today. A bore. Hold, it's black. Yeah, this is my first time using this tool. Can I just? Actually, I don't even. Hold on. I don't even think. Because you guys see that, right? If that's the top of the piston, that's a lot of carbon buildup. Also, it'd be great if this wasn't all twisted up, but don't mind me trying to. I'm trying to line it up. I don't know what I'm. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I believe that's a piston. Hold on. That is a lot of. You guys see that right there? The black. There you go. There. It's not as. That's carbon buildup. I'm pretty sure. There's a pit. Yeah, it's not a very good view. I will say that. I'll turn this off currently. But from the looks of it, with all this carbon buildup, which I know the older viewers of my, the older viewers of mine, I know for a fact, if they've been around vehicles long enough, they know that carbon buildup equals not a lot of the engine being, having its legs being stretched. Or in other words, it's been driven a lot of economy miles. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if I'm tightening it, so. Oh yeah, I am. Trying to not break it. That's probably way too tight, but. You know what? So I know that cylinder is, well, the same color as this, well, about the same color as this battery, minus the dust. Let's check whatever cylinder number this is. I don't remember. You should probably, let's see here. Hold on. I'm gonna get this out of the way. I didn't turn you on. You stay right there. Don't turn on. Unless I push that button. Okay. Back to... If I can... What the heck? It's not supposed to... Oh, that's why. Right. You know, it'd also be great if this wasn't here, but at the same time, I don't want to go through all that work to take it out. Oh my gosh. This plug isn't any better. Focus. Is that it? I think this one's worse. So we know for a fact that this thing hasn't had its legs stretched in a while. Oh yeah, you can see it in here too, in the intake. That's part of the intake right there. And it goes to here. Into that, into the engine, you know. Yeah, that's all like carbon buildup. So I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Not do what the past owner or the owner before that or whatever. Not gonna follow by what they did and drive it for economy reasons, even though you and I both know that this thing isn't an economy vehicle. Because on a good day, it gets maybe 10 miles per gallon. Let's see. Oh yeah, you and I both know that I'm not with it today. I swear, if I smack my hand against this, actually, no. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. It'd also be great if I. Oh gosh. Come on, you. Oh, you. Why? I did not put that. Oh. Am I even doing this the right way? Oh, yeah. Come on. Ow. That was my hand. Hush. Tighten that. Like, it's tight enough, I guess. Oh, God. Okay, note to self, don't tighten the spark plugs tight enough to where it makes it difficult to. My bad. I was trying to figure out who was driving by. Yeah, a lot of carbon buildup on those two. Now, let's see inside of cylinder bank, whatever it is. Whew. Hold on. Yeah, another way of checking on, on your cylinders without spending the money for a bore scope is, well, taking the time to, why does it look like that? What is that? What is that? That's not, what even is that? I'm trying to figure out what that is. I don't know. It kind of looked like a valve in a sense, but at the same time, like, last time I checked, a big block Ford like this, at 460. I'm trying to think here. I don't know what that was. Also, I'm kind of glad that, I just line this up and, like, screw this thing in. It'd be great if I could do. Apparently, I am, like, struggling with doing this today. Well, apparently I can't even line this thing up. Oh, no, never mind. I was screwing it in. See, this is why I'm not with it today. I was literally screwing it the wrong way and, like, wasn't even thinking about it. What the heck? My back hurts from this. I'm actually sitting at like about 25 minutes for this video. Whew. Yeah, last time I checked, the big block forward like this is a cam in block. So, like, as in cams down here, not in, up here. Whew. I'll get back to you guys eventually once I look at all these. Because I don't want to be editing like a full like over an hour of a video. Plus, it takes forever to upload a video. So, actually, I could look at these. I never thought of that. You know what? Well, I think that's a... That looks like a valve. That's not supposed to be in the engine. Yeah, that's not supposed to be in an engine right there. Should be... The valve should end right about here, yeah. It's a very greasy valve. Casually, there's a tiny little bug here. I've never seen that, honestly. A bug apparently died on a... Well, I can't say that on YouTube because reasons. It went to the pearly gates. Very greasy. Oh yeah, look at that. Might as well check, the valves. See if there's any more. It's a very shiny valve right there. There's the... Those dots right there, I don't think they're supposed to be, like, those two dots right there. I don't think it's supposed to have those. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that one didn't have it. This one didn't have it. It's also, like, a lot more shiny. Let's see, that cylinder, and then there's one back here. If I can... That's a pretty disgusting valve. A lot of carbon buildup, I will say that. Holy. Yeah, that's a lot of carbon buildup. This thing was definitely driven as a daily driver, not as really a tow rig. Because, everybody wants a F-250, F-350, just for the bragging rights. I mean, I want that. What on earth is that? Is that another bug? Get out of the way, valve. Actually, don't. What is this? If the valve wasn't here, I could tell what that is. Kind of looks like another insect. So either way, I'm gonna have to take this off. Probably also these. Let's see. What is in, I believe, is this cylinder one? Let's see. There's the top of the valve. Valve looks not bent, so I don't have to worry about, I don't think I have to worry about buying new valves. Unless I put different, better bigger, better lifter, bigger, better lifters, and cam and all that. There's a valve. Oh, come on. That looks pretty. Yeah, it looks actually pretty shiny. Last one. Let's hope this one's not bent. We're gonna have at least one bent valve. I really hope not. Oh, I found something. Valves up. Well, kind of looks like it was chipping a little bit. I mean, that one's probably the worst one. I believe it's that one. It's either that one or this one. I don't remember which one. And then it's this one, I believe. They both have a bug in there. Which, that's the first time I've ever seen that. I've never used a borescope before. First time trying it. It's kind of fun. It's a lot faster, a lot easier than taking the entire heads and all that off. And yeah, it's a lot quicker, a lot easier-ish. But then again, it's probably better to just take the heads off and all that because it's easier to see rather than taking the spark plugs out and also like the fuel rails technically. But yes, these holes are for the fuel rails, so yeah. Jeez, it's already sitting at 34 minutes. Oh, let's see here. I'm gonna be back in a little bit. I'm gonna do it off camera, and if I find something off camera, I'll be back. Be back in a little bit. So I'm back. Literally, not even joking. Like this one right here. There's two right here. This one. Look down. There's the top. Hold on, if I can. There's the top of the piston right there. That's interesting. I'm assuming that's from the valve. Which, if it's from the valve, that could mean a lot of different things. I'm hoping good things, but yeah. possibility it's not good things. Also, I'm not even joking, I didn't wipe it off or anything. This one was running really, actually pretty good, I think. Well, I can't focus. Here. It looks, overall it looks decent. So, I'm assuming, I mean, there's a little bit of carbon buildup, but like, there's always going to be carbon buildup no matter the vehicle. So, now, do this properly, it'd be great. You know what? I don't want to deal with it. I'll be back whenever I find something else interesting. Okay, so this one, I can't remember if that's cylinder one. It's either that one or I believe that one, I think. Or I might be thinking of like Chevy and Dodge firing order. I don't know. This one, if it'll focus, this one doesn't look too bad, but like it's still, either way, I'm gonna replace the plugs. What's that? Hold on. It'd be great if there's no dust on the. Trying to figure out what that is. Really hoping that's not metal pieces, but I'm not sure. Overall, I'm gonna tear the engine down either way, because I can't really see the best with the bore scope. I'm just trying to get a general idea on, well, for one, how it was ran, and for two, if there's anything that broke off and fell, you know, into the cylinder bank or whatever. Yeah, this is. There. Had enough. My back doesn't like that. It's bad when you know you're gonna have back problems by the time you're like 30. Just by how you felt when you were younger. Alright, I'll be back eventually. Okay, so I'm back again with this cylinder still. And I saw it. If I can wipe off the dust without putting more dust on the screen, it'd be great. Where's it at? try this again. So I was looking at the edge of the cylinder. And I don't know. It kind of looked like it got a little hot. And you know how the marshmallow looks when it gets really hot and becomes a charcoal color covered marshmallow. That's about what it looked like on the edge of that piston. So my assumption, again, quote me if I'm wrong, but my assumption is that piston got hot, which is a possibility because if it blew a head gasket, as I was saying, if it blew a head gasket, chances are, actually, I'm not even really sure. But actually, yeah. Now that I think of it, if that piston got hot, there's a possibility that there was so much pressure that it made the gasket blow out. You know, which I'm not sure if that's able to happen. I'm pretty sure it is though. But the real question is, if that is what happened, what caused that piston to get so hot? Hot enough to where it looks like a charred marshmallow. That's the real question that I'm trying to figure out. And it's also a good thing that I did this, because now I know that. There's. Oh, also the plug for it. Pitch black as well. So, come on, focus. It'd be great if my legs stopped shaking too. Yeah, charcoal black. The real question is, I'm trying to figure out if that is the case. How did that piston get hot? Why did it get hot? That could be the reason why it blew a head gasket. That's a possible reason. Actually, now that I look at it, if you look at, geez, oh yeah, it definitely got hot. You're not supposed to be seeing like a rainbow color there, so that piston definitely got hot. I just noticed that. The question is, what made it get so hot to where it literally made that part look very beautiful, but also a very bad rainbow color on around there. That's what I'm trying to figure out is what caused that. Is it like overexertion from pulling too much weight? That's a possibility because believe it or not, trucks, cars, you name it, they have a limit to how much they can pull. You know, how much they can haul, how much they can pull on a trailer, you name it. They all have a limit. That one has a limit. That one has a limit. This one has a limit. It's just a matter of how much were they pulling, if they were pulling stuff, to cause that. I'm going to keep this one out for now. Actually, I might not put it there. Put it there. If I forget where that went, you guys need to remind me that I put it there. Okay, back to our normally the normally scheduled program of borescope and taking spark plugs out. Which, by the way, none of these ones looked like that. So, I know that piston got hot. That spark plug got hot. Hot enough to have this really interesting rainbow color. But, I don't know. I'm going to get back to doing this and stop talking so much. Because I'm already sitting at 46 and a half minutes. Oh, this is going to be a long time to edit and upload. I'll be back. So it's not as long for me to edit and upload. Okay, so I cut that plug is for that, but this one is for the one right behind it. It's not as bad as that. Well, in some cases it is. It's got the rainbow color as well, and it's like black. So, do I really want to? Actually, it might be. Actually, it's cool. It's cool, but also I don't like seeing that because I know that apparently these two, at least the spark plugs, got hot. I know this piston got hot, but did that piston get hot? Time to check, and I hope I don't have a absolutely destroyed piston. Here we go. Let's see here. I can't see anything there. Except pitch black. I really hope that piston is not in a million pieces down on the bottom. That's not something I want to see or have. Oh. Well, those ones are going to stay out for now before I put them back in. Excuse me. I'm going to take those two out and see. I'll be back. Okay, so this one, focus, kind of, got carbon buildup. That whole ring, by the way, I'm pretty sure it's about as thick as those two. Came out of that one right there. I don't remember what cylinder it is. Somewhere on the truck, I'm pretty sure it probably says. I'm assuming somewhere. I don't really want to know how bad that one back there is. But the one before it, because there's that one, and then there's one in between. More carbon buildup. And, almost dropped it. That would have been bad. That one got really hot. You can look at that. It's not even just like the multiple colors. Look at the metal aside from that. See that? So apparently this whole side got pretty hot for some reason. Blew a head gasket. and supposedly blue head gasket. Yeah, quote me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to have those marks there. Because last time I checked, those marks mean it got hot. And considering this one, like, it's not even a smooth surface here, like, you can both see it and I can feel it. And I've got dirt on my hands. I can feel it. So, that's not good. Do I want to take the bore scope into those? Probably not. First I need to clean it off, though. It's absolutely disgusting. Now, Ford, why did you put this one right back here? That's my question for you. I'm going to do that one first. Or try to. It feels like I'm hitting the top of the piston. Yeah, this piston's at the top. Now for cylinder number, whatever this is. I guess I'm getting better at this. Kind of. Why is it so dark? I see shininess, but I don't know. I saw lines, and I hope that's not a cracked piston. Because internal parts for the big block Fords especially are insanely expensive. That looks all the edges look kind of, if I can get it out, that is. Edges look kind of interesting. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it there because, I'd put all the plugs back in because I don't want dust and all that in there. But I mean, I'm planning on tearing down the engine anyways. You know, taking it apart, going through it and all that. At least resealing it and all that. Oh. Let's see here. Gonna need this. Stay. It's kind of a workout getting in and out of the vehicle. So I thought it was there for now. And yeah, I'm gonna call it there for now. But remember, like, subscribe, share, comment, and as always, shift happens.